Welcome back, gentlemen and gentlewomen, to the Great Ace Attorney! Yeah, that's my intro. Okay, I gotta be frank with y'all. I'm having fun with this game. I admit, I was a little tired at the end of last stream. And this stream will probably not be as long as yesterday's. Due to me having to work today. I didn't mean to do that. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to do something real quick. But, the stream won't be as long. Due to me having work. I just want to clarify that. Yesterday I didn't have work, so that's why I streamed so long yesterday. Why does the music stop when I don't know what's up with that. Oh, excuse me for 1 second. I'm just doing something real quick. Already on part 3. Yesterday's stream, we streamed for a long time, up to 4 hours. I doubt it's going to be long today because of my job. I don't usually stream at night either. I usually stream in the morning because I do the night shift. Not where I work. I just want to clarify some things before I start. Thank you for everyone who watched yesterday's stream because I got up to a lot of views. Yesterday's stream got up to the exact amount I gotta see. There you go, I got where the music can play as well. I gotta see the exact amount. Yesterday we got quite a lot of views. I'm not sure the exact amount, but because it says 142, but it could be more. I think it might be 142. 143 views. That's a lot. That's a lot of views. Thank you for those views. I appreciate people who talk and chat too. I love talking with people. I like talk. I like it. I don't know what that was. But I like talking to people, so you can hop on and join the chat. And I have this open on my phone so I can look at chat. I look at chat with my phone. Now I know a little bit about this chapter. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an investigation chapter. I could be wrong. But we're going to episode 2 this time. I'm gonna let the cutscene play.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which she referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait!
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. And in cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
I didn't mean to press continue. That was a fully animated cool cutscene. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait, I can't move. Ah, what the? Why am I in handcuffs? I'll be right back. You're awake now. I don't know saying it. I had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could wake up. You are truly a cold-blooded man. You found me then. We found you. You have to pay, criminal. How long are you hiding that tiny wardrobe, huh? Sorry. Now you have been found. It's time to admit your crimes. Let's see what to find out how cold the ocean is. No, I tell you everything. There's one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss... Being framed for murder again. Bruh. Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Oh, that's who was dead. I missed that. Ha! You pretend not to know you're a wolf in sheep's pelt. You're the killer. Don't try to make excuses. What? Son was, his body was found not long ago. Here, in this very cabin. Was the bolted shut from inside? His body? Please. Do not try to tell us you were doing. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. He's dead? But he can't be. These handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take his life? Answer me, please. No. No! I can't yell that long. I'm sorry. Being framed for murder again, I don't think you did it, guys. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? We won't get in trouble? Don't you find it funny to be a stowaway? Besides, I was gonna come to England with me to study. There's something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. Where that Russian crew man just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I don't think you better fit inside my trunk. You must be less of a man than you look. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about to be 50 days until we dock, Great Britain. If you confine yourself to the cabin here, I don't expect anyone to discover you. I hope not. I have a feeling these Russians won't be very forgetting of a stowaway. They're study birds, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we have to keep a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point, surely. You can't come fire. I don't believe she gave me away. No, but if she knew about this, we're done. That would make her guilty by association. The best thing you could do, it's the best that only you and I know about this. Yeah, I don't know much about this episode, but I'm pretty sure it's just an investigation episode. I could be wrong. That's what I heard about it. I don't know much anything else about it though. I'm the only one here. Yeah, sucks. I was looking for Sling. But I do like this game though. It's pretty fun. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about the time we get to the steward. This was coming because the camera. So someone. That's cramping. You better be in there. Oh wait, wrong voice. I don't know. I hurt hard. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there. I think it won't be for long. Anyway, compared to the hiding spots of my travel, in case it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Don't worry. I'll tell you what. Why don't you write "keep out" or something on a piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe's door since you're inside. I don't know. So, okay, that explains everything. We're gonna see for 15 days. How could this have happened? We're supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet. Until then, don't make trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer. Duh, you said that before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but burning my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. There's something I would like to ask of you too. Ah, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare's getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. Probably his death. He really has been killed, isn't he? This is just a bad dream. These handcuffs. They think I did it. They think I'm his killer. When they found him, the counter was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to in other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped through these four walls. What? Or to pull another way, the culprit could only have been somewhere inside the cabin. Or do we have some other explanation? It's impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charges, even despite the circumstances? Please, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The doctors examined the body, but of course, he has no pulse. Yeah. So for sure, that means there was no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. Not the incident, I guess. Can anyone tell me actually what happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone kill him? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please. Whatever you say, you were in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but he would always wake up before dawn to do his training, first thing in the morning. Sorry, I feel tired. I was inside his cabin as I haven't eaten last week. That comes. I said something as I could sense he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when he arrived at his cabin door? I wonder. I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried. So I went to find a member of the crew. The crewmate forced the door open, and you had to manage to get inside. There's collapsed onto the floor. And the white tape shows exactly where you found it, I suppose. I had no idea how it had happened. I must have been sleeping in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but it's very hard to believe. It's all very hard to believe for me too. Trust me. Now I've told you everything that I know. It's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. Oh, my head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. I guess we're gonna be asked that. We're about to ask everything. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me a drink. Alright, but still, why are you even on board this ship? Why are you even on the board? You said something about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. In 2 weeks. Excuse me. I'm looking at something. And 2, it's. I'm having trouble. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I've been having trouble reading this. I don't know why. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. How could you have occupied? No, that'd be impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Invited me. He invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't know really the reason myself. I don't understand. Why did you want this? What's the real reason? Why did you go such an extreme as to smuggle me into England with you? It's an idea that's been on my mind since the end of this critical trial. So I'm pretty sure the main character is like a descendant of ancestor. I mean, not descendant. An ancestor of Phoenix Wright, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that's he's the main character I'm playing as is an ancestor. Which I see the similarities. Honestly, I think I told you then, didn't I, that you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Oh yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it, I can assure you of that. But I never was... Sorry. But I never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. One of the spirit of cultural development, entire century of the world in many ways. There can be harm seen in such a important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. Isn't the same thing? Excuse me for 1 second. I'm back. Sorry about that. I was just saying hello to my grandparents. So excuse me. They really wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. Something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then was darker than I've ever seen it before. Her name. I can never say it. These Japanese names, I suck at it. I'm sorry that we kept a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me from becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Perfect word, in fact. It's last night. Last one. She's got. If you are not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in the cabin? No, the thing is, I don't really remember. Sorry, I'm having some trouble. Hold up. I'm having trouble with something. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix something real quick. Alright. He brought me something to eat, just like he always did. Then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply you didn't stir when was asleep, was killed. I mean, well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do, but it's the truth. If only I had woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. For some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else that could possibly do this. Ugh. I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? I'm telling you, I think it was one of the ship dudes. Someone that's possibly that was on the ship. Because who else could have done it besides someone on the ship? Ugh, I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. Sorry. I'm just getting right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything. Just stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? My hands tied? Well, whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out what exactly happened here. I'm going to work out who took his life and why they did it. Oh, I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Hi-yup. Huh? What the? That's just a... My head. That takedown. It's a what? What a martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, you're innocent. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already? What you retrieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in court of law. That's true. Ah, I see. Welcome 7 people who's watching this. Welcome to the stream. I have to get her to believe me. I'm sure some evidence that proves me I'm not the good right. I guess it's this. Nothing moving.
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovering the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. It was put in place when I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabins too where the crew members decided to take a look. So naturally, he did the same thing last night as well. Ah! Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you put that sign from the wardrobe's doors before you opened it. The fire truly culprit. I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this out outside the door on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed him. I'm still such a... Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why I thought highly of you. Thank you. Now, do you think you could perhaps help me get up? No, thank you. Hold up. See this for a second. I didn't get to read that. Forgot something. I don't see a reason why I should stop you from investigating here, at least. Thank you. You finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you use some kind of sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. What does she think I am, a magician? For now, I suggest you investigate to the impossible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's do this. Let's get to work. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I won't be using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Okay. Well, anyway, I should make a start investigating anything, yeah. Examine everything I can. I swear. I will avenge your death. I think I already talked to everything. Yeah, I got that. Examine. I think I want to talk to him. Right before he died? It's like he just ran in ink. He must have knocked it. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote the message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor. No doubt he was in a terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. It's Russian! I don't think that's Japanese. It's Russian, y'all! Even I know that. What? Then, what language is it? Pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's Russian! A foreign script I'm familiar with. I'd add it to evidence. Oh dear, that won't do. What's the matter? When I examine things, I always find myself so focused, I forget to look around properly. Ah yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in regard, are you? Yeah, I know. Now let's make us all the coordinates of this cabin. Yes, let's do that. This was my first field of vision. Has been rather small until now. We should add the thing. Yeah. Write that before he died? Looks like it was written in ink. It's Russian. I don't know what it is in Russian because I don't speak Russian, but I know it's Russian. He must have clapped on I suppose he wrote suspension of Jimmy's village. Poor. No doubt he was in terrible pain. Was it bad for magic? I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, but I can't reach it. Oh, wait, did I already? Alright. My bad, I already read that. I guess we can try talking to this dude. Try to see what the Russian crew makes me get to see the crime. Excuse me? What? I was wondering how it was going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told Japanese people to not make jokes, but this is what is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal was asking for an investigator for information about his crime. Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He thinks you're guilty. It might be useful information though. I'll have to keep trying. So last night, did you see anything out of the ordinary at all? Yet, of course not. Now back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. I hit a nerve. Just for a minute there. You seemed a little flustered. That's a sword he always carried him in court. Yes, he was saying that Japanese man katana is his soul. They had to work very hard to convince the government that allowed him to bring it on his trip. Probably. Just how important it was to him. Now he's gone. Well, I'm not ready to tell the spirit go just yet. Food right there. That's hard. That's my dinner for a roast turkey. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat on the floor here? I'm not a dog. I eat on table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how did the plate end up on the floor? I'm hoping this episode ain't as long as the first one. Cause the first one took me 6 hours. Adding all the hours up together from the first case episode, it took me 6 hours to complete. So I'm hoping this ain't as long. It probably will be long, but I'm definitely not doing this entire chapter this stream. Or episodes. Sorry, it's called episodes. No, that's right. He didn't touch it, which meant all the more for me. I don't know. Does that mean his last night on Earth, the empty belly? It's just too horrible. Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. You shouldn't eat too much. I think I said too early, but I can't find anything out of place. I'm gonna try and do that. That's where I hid. It's 2 weeks since we started from Japan. Have we really been living in this wardrobe the entire time? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh no, I suppose not. But it must have been rather exciting making this voyage on your secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew about a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I basically had to live in the wardrobe. Last night was no exception. Because of that, you had no idea what was happening outside the cabin. No, sadly not. 7 viewers again. I don't know what's right. I don't. I think this. I think the YouTube one's right. That's his bed right there. That's right. This is a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries lots of memories for me. Probably. Memories? What do you mean? Oh, that's actually, I was stowed away on this vessel. I was brought here inside a case. Ah, yes, I see it as this way up in Japanese. Not saying I should have realized this foreign crewman would not be able to read. I was turned over and over and tossed into the floor here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't romantic as it sounds. Well, it's less painful than that move. Anything else? Sing. The word for justice. The brushstroke for strange. Just like him. His name, the victim. Our mentor. Yes, his Kilok. I know what it is, but I cannot pronounce that. Always reflected. Always the reflection of his heart. Yeah, can you really look at those characters without feeling shame knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why should I be into? Even though you stowed away in the ship? How are you gonna bring that out for you? I can't win. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying my best on these voices. I can't do a female voice that good because I'm a dude. But I'm trying my best. Here, I just can't. The books have fallen over the shelf. Look, they're all toppled the same way. What's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. This is almost as the whole shelf has been ransacked. Everything mowing down at once. I wonder if perhaps it was more in sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt that. I mean, we saw the detective dude in the cutscene, though, the beginning cutscene. He hasn't appeared fully, like, in this, whatever this perspective you'd say. He appeared in the anime cutscene already. Perhaps it was you in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. I think that the ship did it because the ship is gonna cause something like that. Well, I just have to say, I don't like seeing a mess. I swear that would have sad if you whenever he was writing London Diary. Poor, he didn't even make it to his destination. That's actually very sad. It says the last entry is incomplete. Which means what? It was in the middle of writing when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hiya! That's out of the question. What? You will not read his private thoughts. But what if it says something important? Something relevant to this case. Alright, I won't read it. Poor him. I don't find people's personal knowledge either. Do we have anything in the court record? Or is it just the sign? Yeah, it's just the sign. Not a court record, really. It's just a. I'm pretty sure we almost got everything. Just the door that's left, if I'm correct. Only because dogs are barking. Zero. I order of 3 dogs. When I went to get help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed. Yep, that's how bolts work on doors. You know how bolts work. Congrats, Ryu. So I'm wondering why everyone suspects me. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, I want to say something funny too. Yesterday, which was yesterday's stream, when I was playing this game, my seat broke in the middle of streaming. Yeah. Yesterday when I was playing it, it was the same game. I broke right in the middle when I was voice acting too. She glares at me like that. I feel tense. I feel tense all up and down my spine. Yeah, like the chair fell, and right when I was like voice acting a breakdown too. I remember reading it once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and a thread to draw a bolt across the draw a bolt. But yeah, like it wasn't like a chair, but it was like a stool I was sitting in. The screws popped out somehow. I could tell you exactly the character I was voice acting to. It was like the general dude from the first yeah, basically that is what happened. And my chair broke down. My stool broke down when the breakdown happened, and I fell right when the dude was screaming too. When I was voice acting, screaming. I don't know if you could hear the chair break, but it was pretty funny. It was yesterday's stream. I was voice acting the Naso guy. The general dude from the first court case. It was pretty funny. It was during the breakdown I felt my my chair or stool broke. It was pretty funny. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself, but the door in the cabinet is made of metal, and they seal perfectly together perfectly. There'd be no possibility of using a needle and a thread trick here, I'm afraid. She clears on that. Yeah, I feel like his needle something. Oh, Madame was fine. Yeah, there's a VOD. There's a VOD. It's on the live things. You can subscribe. I'd say it's a VOD right now. But like there's a past live stream. If you look. What do you think of this? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. But yeah, if you look at the live section, it's actually just the second most recent stream. Yeah, like in that part I just described. That's the part oh my goodness, why are my dogs barking? Hold up. I've returned. I don't know what my dogs are just barking at my brother for some reason. Yeah, I'm back though. Whatever this thing is appears to have been broken clean into two. I have no idea what that is. This glass is such a beautiful color. It sounds like kids look at. It looks like a cute little Natsuki fastener from a Kamado outfit. I'm sure that sounds like him. He wouldn't have a secret like he carried a cute little trinket. I don't understand. Would he? I don't know. The mark's beside it. I wonder what it is. What is it, I wonder? It looks like a small... It has sort of a brick-like hue. Yeah, you're right. The color of the brick. It's the color of the brick, isn't it? You know, I don't see it. Even though I don't see it in the same color anywhere else in the cabin. I think we investigated everything. Alright. Yeah, I think I already did that. Yeah, she tackles me. Does that move. I didn't mean to tickle that again. I think we investigated everything though. I think that's some sort of opening for a ventilator. Hole through which the fresh air... a fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? I don't know how my voice just changed like that. What do you mean? Well, this is a ventilator. It's what it is. Looks like it must have connected to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear so. You're right. But if that's the purpose, to allow fresh air into the room, surely it wouldn't be connected. It would be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's rainy. Excuse me. Perhaps it's so that the rain and the spray don't find another way when the sea is rough, or something like that. I suppose. Maybe that's it. Oh, there he is. Who's that? He wasn't here a minute ago. He sure didn't. Wasn't. He just appeared out of nowhere. As far as I can tell, looks like he might be a European. Oh, how did he? You've noticed the man too, haven't you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. Doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. Investigating his desk. Just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we must simply talk with him. Am I just imagining it, or just it looks almost uncontrollably excited? I think it's the detective dude you were talking about, Sushi. Yeah, that's how you say your username. Interesting. Alright then. I'll get to the suspiciously tall gentleman in my sight and see what it has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Excuse me? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that username. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh, this is critical points in my investigation. I don't know who this dude is. So I don't know who this dude is. Maybe we should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. No, I did the wrong voice, man. Perhaps it would be the best. Greetings. I hope I have it. Oh, come on, let me talk. What exactly were you doing at his desk just now? Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? Looks like he's looking right through me. Oh, yes, everything is clear now. My train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now venturing through the foreign climes, you have found yourself in a most troubling predicament. No, well, that's true at least. but how? How the deuce do I know that, perhaps? It is really the most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There's no mystery, my dear madam, for example. You have fled your native land of Russia, being that as you are a mercilessly... Why am I having trouble with this? A mercilessly revolutionary. My throat is dry. You have left 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now you travel to English to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when... What? And when the Brynwood occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the fact beautifully. I'm going to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, aren't you? Certainly I am. Do you see another? Do you see another in this cabinet who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits that bill. So if that is true, it was you who did this. What? And you're plotting a revolution too. It's shameful behavior. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's no way Hiya! Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction is that? You were just saying the first thing that came in your head. But I was not. But was I not right? Whilst venturing through the foreign climes, you do find yourself in the most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. There you have it, you see? What do you make of that? Let's be honest. The ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of the murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it a deduction. It's more of a plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy. Is the basis? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. The basis of my method is founded upon the observation of trifles. You see, I announce my findings with a brassy certitude, and more often than not, I am right. I don't think you introduced yourself. My apologies. How remiss of me. I'm no other. Hold on. I am none other than the greatest detective the century I've known. To men and women, the world all. What? No, to men and women the world over. They're notable Sherlock Holmes. So it really is you, the actual Sherlock Holmes. The very same that metal actual Sherlock Holmes. Do you really know this man? The most famous detective in the world? Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I come living in then? We must ask him what he's deduced. He's already worked out this entire case, I'm sure. I have an uneasy feeling about this. Can I even move anywhere? I'm in handcuffs under house arrest by the crew. Not to mention, consequences. Now the great detectives deduced that I'm some sort of Russian revolutionary. My chances of getting into this cabin are slim at best, but at least for the time being, anyway. Tries to see what the detective has to say with himself now. Can I present him anything? What happens if I just present him something? Can't find anything out of place. I've never seen anything like this. What's extraordinary writing? Did the same thing earlier this morning, I think. Oh, I have autoplay right now on. Let me turn it off. 'Cause I'm not that fast of a reader. Indeed, but the uncommonness is so remarkable. I feel like they need to say it anew. Yes, I do believe these characters make crucial attempt at a Japanese script. What? I don't like to be the one to tell you this, but I think Mr. Sholmes is trying to say your handwriting is a little untidy. Is he making fun of me? Excuse me for 1 second, I'm gonna get me a drink. I really hope y'all are loving the stream so far. I really need to work on the Be Right Back's card. Great detective. So you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what's your name again? Indeed, I know I am none other than the one and only Hemlock Sholmes. I see you're German. Herlock, is it? No, not her. I mean, like hair. Please call me Sholmes. Sorry, I'm listening to this OST. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, full of wonderful, great and interesting articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have to see it. I've seen it from the England especially. Ah yes. Here it is, The Adventures of Hemlock Sholmes. So you're just the protagonist in the series of short stories then? Indeed I am. And I think you've read so many and you've read so many of your own stories. Starting to think you really are a detective. Make no mistakes. I am no poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your entrance is backwards. Backward? My trusty biography records my greatest detecting, my achievements, and my chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson. That's the victim from the last case. Pretty to keep it shop in London. Dr. Wilson? Must say, thanks for the publication. I've been fantasizing busy of late. Why, this very moment, I'm referring to Asia, having solved the mystery of the cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out if I should take this man seriously or not. Detection, you see? It's me to a science, logical reasoning in this purest form. Science? Really? Sorry, my voice isn't going. The observer notices the most subtle of reactions of his subject. A further glance, a twitch of muscle, a sign inclination of the posture, fingernails, arm sleeves, furious of the skin, all those things are data. Right. And the trained logician. No, I'm saying the wrong voice. The trained logician makes his final deduction of this data in a blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion, without a fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How could you look at me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have the excuse me. So you can see, I've turned both the observation for the deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Sholmes. Dude's death. Have you managed to deduce anything about the particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. Sometimes I have to read. Sometimes I have to reread lines because I kind of mess up sometimes. When I became anxious about this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open. How many crew members are there? I only saw 2. Well, actually 3. The private investigator included. I'm pretty sure that was him for the last case. And I concede myself among the numbers, gaining an entry onto the scene of the crime scene. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective, Sherlock Sholmes, was on board. The handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Ugh. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, 2 facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? 2 facts, you say? Okay, ask more questions. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What 2 facts were apparent to you when you came to the cabin this morning? Ah, yes, but first, let us be precise, I mean. 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to include it. 2 facts I deduced to the most... The 2 facts I have deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime was mere as follows. Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering an escape from the culprit out of the question. Number 2, the victim was Russian. Bro, he's not Russian, he's Japanese. He's from Japan. Give the following with acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. I think you. What do you make you think the victim was Russian? Yeah, I knew the writing was Russian. Observe the dying message left from the victim on the floor. That. I'm not even going to try to say that word. So I have no idea how it's pronounced in Russian. I'm going to say totally wrong. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think? You really think you could have left a message? Could have left a dying message in Russian? At their final moments, many to the native tongue, flung their head for this young man, Russian. Was Russian? Was he? Initially, I considered it. I'm not going to try to say that. Maybe the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gardner, perhaps. But in the interest of thoughtless, I decided it would be wrong to look inside the wardrobe there, at least. Where you found Mr. Sleeping soundly. I'm trying this one. I'm just messing with something. Don't mind me. Quite so. I found you, the renewed Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. If I mean myself, the outfit is a traditional dress of the Russian people. Our school uniforms are traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. And I had no idea the detective gets something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim with a dying message. I might analyze it for any possible hidden details. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes. Wait, when I woke up, this is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Are you alright, Mr.? Oh, yes, thank you. Photograph of the crime scene has been entered in the court record. Technically, it's not a court record, it's just a record now, because we're not even going to, I don't think we're going to go to court. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russian before. You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that. Ah, yes. The train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining the train of reasoning to me? What do you think? Certainly, if it interests you. I don't know Russian, y'all. I don't want to offend Russians. I don't want to try to pronounce it because I don't know. How many times? I'm not Russian. I don't speak Russian. Me either. I doubt the stream's gonna be long today. I just want to let y'all know. Today's stream's not gonna be that long because I got work today. Definitely not as long as yesterday's. Yesterday's, I just had to get that day off. Luckily. Just saying what I said at the beginning of the stream, just because the new viewers. There's also a playlist if you all want to check it out. I made a playlist for this series. Just to let you know. For the people who are still watching. There's a playlist on my channel for the series so far, so y'all can check it out from the beginning. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Your deduction just right now. Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean. The now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other detail about what I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the mercilessly Russian revolutionary, an assassin of 16 part. Yeah, I still got some time before I gotta go work though. So I'm gonna be here for a while. So you guys can stay. Ah yes, the more sordid details. It was fairly a commonplace of deduction. Here we have the morning's paper. The main headline reads: Revolutionary Vending Boeing flees Russian via Shanghai. Shanghai, I don't know. I think I'm saying Shanghai right though. The vessel made a port and called it Shanghai yesterday. And last night, the young Russian was murdered. That's when when was that? Was that Russian? Sounds like Mr. Sholmes. He was a Russian because of what? Come on, son. Right on the phone. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. With the one who killed the man who very helped him to escape his true identity, who was the scabbard. Yes, you. That. I'm not even gonna try to say the name. No, how could it be me? I don't look anything like that man. Just look at his face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt to learn about the revolutionize your appearance as well. Ah, please. What's your name doesn't appear on the ship's passenger list. Indeed, need I say more? Oh, that's because I'm a stowaway. What are the other details? 16 victims of the assassination and the blowing up of Crystal Town. Ah yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man who printed all the particulars in this article. The deed of this man is perpetrated thus far, and those he's plotting. Yes, everything about the revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with the newspaper reporters? I wonder. And what about the part where you said I was returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stating it here in the article. Bolshevik was recently returned from the period of submersive activities in the war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Yeah, take the paper for yourself. A little more memento of the great deduction. Oh, thank you. I have observed all this in interest with me within the pages, but I see no rubbish in the bin anywhere. We got a newspaper, y'all. Newspaper. You may have found the article on the back of the page is interest as well. On the back? Catch your eyes. You find interest take you, though. You may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian. I can help to read it. It sounds like when I heard just a glance at the article, maybe there might be a picture or two. I bet that's gonna be useful earlier. Or you were just investigating. Before we started talking, you were examining his desk. Weren't you? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for the moment the desktop of the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning of some text. London Diary. He was keeping his notes of the trip. But I don't think you should read these private writings. It could upset people. Not read. I did that in the wrong voice. Tragic. It's something you ought to perhaps include before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It's my very business to know what other people do not. Yes. Believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. No, you're about to know what. Hey, that is. Does it sound? Are you one of those detectives with that one of your trademark shutdowns? I'm sorry. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return the matter at hand, namely, this diary belongs to the victim. It appears that the final sentence is incomplete. The author was cut short. Tell me, what is the date of this writing? Pray. Be precise as details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy. A smattering. Sayonara. Makedo? Nado? I trust you're suitably impressed. This diary is healthy looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. Ha 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 ha. It's all about that showing off before then. You're so kind to show me. I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. I'm much obliged, my dear madam. Final entry is 2 short sentences. The first reads, damn, I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? It's the very deep waters. I pray, go on. The second sentence reads, well, it looks like some sort of speckled band dangling from the ventilation grating. A speckled band? What does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilation grid, so you'll say. The manuscript presumably referring to the vent on there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Finally, we're done with questions. So I believe I've given you enough time to consider it for the time being, at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writing in the diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation. I believe if I'm still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilation connects to? Great detectives are curious brief. Our minds rebel at the stagnation we crave in the mental exhalations. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence, the truth will become clear soon enough. Think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? Some glance at your wrist revealed the answer. No, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in the matter. No. The point of trying to turn you into there's no point in turn. There's no trying to turn it into a question. You don't decide that it's culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no reconcile of the naming you as the culprit at any point. You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. Dear me, you're clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said that in the face of the criminal, you know. Not really. So why were you looking at my knees before? Some great. So you were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then, and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, this is this. If you are the culprit, you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Ha 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 ha! Now we're just being plain rude. Off he goes, having just a laugh in my face. Sense of humor. As twisted as his name. What are you just standing there for? Hmm? What's a good investigation? Aren't you forgetting something? But what about these? There's no way I can. Hiya! This demo strongly believes clue. You're willing to give up? You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate? Give me any choice in the rolling over part. I think we just investigation to figure it out from here, don't we? Let's carry an examination. Let's look next to me. Good idea. Situation doesn't look good for me. There's still nothing I can do to help myself. I'll do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. Excuse me. I examined everything. Okay, I guess that's this. Is that rolls the passage for travel aboard the SS Breer. Such a list of the requests of the captain of all the passengers on board. Passengers must keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me like that? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide. What do you mean? What kind of question is that? Oh, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be here. In here. I'll look over there. Kumi, do you mean he wasn't there before, was he? That's what I thought. Why don't we try talking to him? Probably because I'm most likely to get yelled at again. I suppose I could try. I think that is the investigator. Someone that looks like him. Is that? It is him, isn't it? Something wrong? Oh no, it's just that crewmate's hanging over by the door. I can't help but feel like I've seen him somewhere before. I think it is him. It totally is the private investigator. Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, it's totally him. Yes? What can I do for you? It is him. I recognize that face, but it can't be. Yeah, that's him. It is. It totally is. It's the dude from the first case. The first. It's the waiter dude, the private investigator. He's back. I didn't know you were here, Inspector. Yeah. Hello, Ken. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you. My heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I've received special orders to go and cover the member of the crew on board the ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy uncover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board. Me either. I was right about seeing him in the beginning cutscene, though. Perhaps this person can help me out of this hopeless situation. Permission to investigate. Well, ask that right away. We're doing what we can to investigate ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not! Would you really like to investigate the cabin next door? Yes. Yes, we need to be allowed to out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed to risk. You've been deemed a risk for the ship's safety. If you moved even to touch the handle, if you moved to even touch the handle of the cabin door, so storming like a seaman, sure will snap your neck in two. Oh goodness! I suppose I'm not a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible? Would it be possible to give me some work to do? Do you think? I mean, some persuasive. What do you mean? What a solid reason why next cabin should be investigated, for example. I do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how. There may be a way. What, really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence. There should be the evidence. Yeah, we got it. So I got to present the evidence. Evidence? Like the same thing you write in the court. I had a feeling we'd do that. But what is connected? Yeah. So once we leave this room, I'm probably going to end the stream. Just to let y'all know. I know, like, we didn't probably get that far. But, like, bro, these cases are long. To be fair. We're not going to do a special order, so I just want to get into the story. I guess it's this. I think it's this. What is that? It's his diary. He's probably died. He was telling out rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band dangling from the ventilation. The vent. A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But I'd like to know what is. Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. Ventilation clearly joins. That's right. That's right. If we can investigate there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. How? I just read.
Are they starting or playing?
Sorry about that. That was my mom. She just gave me another chair to just sit on. An actual chair. Alright then. Oh! I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive to the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime. You see? Not to entrust investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can remove these handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Are you gonna go against his direct orders? Excuse me. I'm a man of his word. I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I felt to keep Asogi San safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's see the moment, then. Like a movie yet? Yeah, I know. I know about this. First, it's the hallway. 9th January. Cabin passageway. I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I expected. It's like spacious. No, I'm doing the wrong voice. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. This is the most luxury to accommodate. Yes, indeed. Yes. That's why he's putting up the first-class cabin. Even still, this is twice large as my accommodation in the steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there. That's another crew member keeping watch. He looks enormous. Even if he's standing down. Our next step leads to the second-class accommodation. I was always making sure that no one comes in there who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs. You look like a little boy. Visiting a toy shop for the first time. I thought you'd be used to this shit by now. You've been at sea for 2 weeks already. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside of his trunk when I first came aboard. Ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. Must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Please don't give me that pitying look. Okay, so we can't move anything else, but I think I'm going to end the stream right here. Before we continue. But when we come back, we are going to continue with this chapter. We're going to continue with this series. So I'm having fun with it. I'm having a lot of fun. We're going to save it. We are saving it. But I had fun. This is a interesting chapter. Our mentor got murdered. Or our friend, our best friend, not mentor. It was our best friend that got murdered. I already saved. Need to worry. I already saved. But we will continue. I will continue to maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll have to see. Really, I'm not sure. It really just depends if I'm like too busy. Oh yeah, I made sure. Yeah, we're saved. We got saved. Yeah, I see it right there. So we're good. We're good. I saved right before I'm signing out because I got other stuff I need to do before I head to work soon. It's a little bit until I go to work, but it's like I think I should just end it right now. But I'll be back. I think I'll be able to stream tomorrow, I'd say. I said I'll try to stream tomorrow. But until then, I'm glad for all the people who stayed, including I can't say your username.